Hello, everybody. I am Onondaga County Executive Ryan McMahon. I'm joined today by our Emergency Management Commissioner, Dan Weirs. Dr. Gupta is not with us right now because Dr. Gupta is in the middle of working with her team on some different trainings. And so please don't read into the fact that she's not here with this briefing. But one of the things we've talked about is that we'll update the community each day via Facebook Live, via our Facebook page, on where the current state of the affairs are related to the coronavirus, the COVID-19 strain here in Onondaga County. And I just want to go over some things because each day we're getting lots of questions and lots of feedback from the community. And it's important to really go over a couple facts. First, right now, there are no confirmed cases of the coronavirus COVID-19 strain in Onondaga County. There are no confirmed cases in the counties surrounding us. We have 21 individuals who traveled internationally to either China, South Korea, Japan, Iran, or Italy that are certainly in a self-quarantine protocol right now. And that number fluctuates because that quarantine is a 14-day quarantine. So once you're done with your 14 days and you're not symptomatic, you are out of the quarantine. But as we get new travelers back into the community, they go into that quarantine process. So nothing has changed from the standpoint that we have no confirmed cases at this time, and we have 21 folks who are in quarantine. But we really need to talk about what we do when we believe we're showing some symptoms of the flu, which are similar to the COVID-19 strain. So we are asking you to call your primary care provider, not show up at their office, not show up at urgent care, not show up at the ER, because just think about it. If you're concerned that you may be symptomatic, why would we want you being in contact and social very close contact with everyone else in those offices? And we want our medical teams to be prepared to deal with any potential community spread. So in the event you have symptoms, we ask you to call your primary care provider. They will give you guidance on if they believe you should be tested and how you are to be tested, and then they will give you guidance on how you should get to wherever you're going to get a test. So we cannot emphasize this enough. When we don't follow these types of protocols, it puts stress on our medical care infrastructure in the community, and we still have people every day that are getting sick for different things. People are having heart attacks, they're breaking bones. We're still performing surgeries for our residents. So we really need all of your help in this regard. In addition to that, please continue to be smart. If you are sick, stay home from work. If your child is sick, stay home from school. Please make sure that you're disinfecting your homes. Businesses are disinfecting their workplaces, and obviously any other, whether it's churches or any other of the governments. Obviously, we've all been disinfecting our real estate where our employees come to each day as well. We ask businesses to continue to focus in on what the continuity of operations looks like in a situation where you have a community spread. How is your business going to be impacted? Can your employees work from home? Do you have the technology to allow that? If not, if it's critical for the continuity of your operation, work to get that technology in place in the event of a community spread so that they can work from home and your business can continue to operate. We've been briefing many stakeholders in the community. What we know is certainly that individuals who attain and contract the coronavirus of the COVID-19 strain, it has a stronger impact on folks who are vulnerable, our seniors, folks who have respiratory challenges, dialysis. So certainly we want to encourage those folks to be very diligent related to being clean, keeping your hands, disinfecting where you're going, looking at where you're going, and certainly if anyone has any sort of flu-like symptoms, please avoid contact with those individuals as well. I've gotten a lot of questions related to the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and I appreciate and understand the concern related to having an event where there are many people at the event. We are listening to our health department and the professionals, and we're taking a data-driven approach to any decisions related to social distancing. And the data shows that there's nobody in our community who is sick at this time. So until that changes, the risk is minimal to be around other people, and we need to continue to move on and live life. Once that fact changes, if it does happen and we do have a case in our community, then we will be consulting with all the emergency management teams, all of our healthcare providers and physicians, and make a data-driven decision on how to address and contain any potential spread of the COVID-19. Dan, do you have anything to add?
The only thing I would add on that is if you do become symptomatic at home and you don't have a primary care physician, is to reach out to that urgent care, call the hospital before going. And if you are acutely ill and you need to go to a hospital, our call takers have changed their questioning to have a better screening process for this. But it's also dependent on you to make sure that you provide them as much information as far as travel history and contacts with other places so that our first responders can be prepared and the hospitals can be prepared to limit any potential spread.
And many of our community residents have been fantastic, but if you are coming back from international travel to China, from China, Iran, South Korea, Japan, or Italy, we ask you to contact us, and so you can get into a 14-day self-quarantine. It's the responsible thing to do. Everybody's been great so far, and this is for your health and your neighbor's health and your family's health, that we take the proper precautions. So overall, we continue to plan for every circumstance. We continue to learn in the medical community about the virus as more and more time goes. We continue to consult with other counties who are going through this right now, where they have COVID cases in their counties, and learning from what they're doing and where they think we can learn and prepare and plan for. But right now, there is no cases in Onondaga County, and so we need to go on and we need to live life, and but certainly be precautionary related to anyone who's sick. Let's stay home from work. If your kids are sick, keep them home from school, and certainly, for our seniors, let's try to keep ourselves away from folks who may have flu-like symptoms anyways. We don't need anyone catching the flu at this point in the season either, who might be vulnerable to any ramifications from that either. So we will be back here around noon tomorrow, giving you another update related to this situation. Thank you, and take care of your neighbors.